What's up, guys? Scott from Enduro America. So today I have probably one of the coolest things I've seen in a long time. I've been waiting on this for a couple weeks now. Probably one of the coolest, maybe least practical, but pretty darn functional motorcycles that I've ever come across. I'm going to show it to you in a second here. Let me get the camera turned around. So I ended up with two. The guy had one that he had built a number of years back, which is this Honda. It's based on a Honda CB160 chassis, and it has a diesel-powered motor in it. So I've been really sick the last day and a half here, but I managed to get up. I went down to the shop to get my diesel can, because these things were totally empty when they shipped. And you can see they're fully diesel-powered. It's got almost like a snowmobile clutch system on it. This one actually, I got started pretty easily. I think they've been sitting for quite a while. They came out of California originally. But again, this was based on, I think, a 1965 Honda CB. The tan-colored one, I believe it has the same motor in it. This one needs a little bit of love. I've just noticed from walking around it. The shipping company that I used wasn't fantastic. They were kind of rough with it and kind of messed up a few things on it too, which kind of is what it is for nowadays. I didn't have to drive out all the way to California to get it, so I was happy. But the gentleman is shipping me the keys and all that good stuff. But I had to get this video out here just to show everybody how darn cool these bikes are. I'm going to see if I can pause this, and again, I don't have a key. He didn't have the recoil and stuff set up for that bike, so it's only electric start. This one has electric start, don't have a key, but it has the pull starter. And the nice thing about these diesels is there is absolutely nothing else needed. I mean, this thing is EMP proof, nuke proof. I mean, there's nothing on here. Everything is mechanical. So if you can get it going, if you're real tough. The guy said he'd never been able to pull start this one. And it does have the recoil and the pull starter and stuff on it, but he was never able to actually pull start it, so we're going to kind of see. I'm going to set these things up outside, or the one anyway, the yellow one, and I'll see if I can prop the camera up somewhere, and we will try to get this one going and see how ridiculous we are here. And it's cold too. It's, what's the watch say? It's about 47 degrees out, which is cold for us, but give me just 1 minute. Alright, I have it outside here. So a couple things before we actually get it going. Basically, all we're going to have to do is turn the fuel supply back to the on position. And then this one has, I don't know. Okay, so that's, seems like the power stroke, top dead center right there. So we're going to flip, ouch, we're going to flip that down. That's our compression release. And boy, I'm gonna have to try to set this camera up because I can't pull that the way that it needs to be pulled. Hopefully you guys will still be able to see. Crap, I really don't have any great place to put the camera. We're gonna set it on the G-Wagon and hope it doesn't fall over. Oh, let's see, might be able to put it right down on the ground here actually. Alright, let's see if that works. I got you propped up next to the tire. Alright, so the compression release is on. Since I don't have a key, there's nothing else I can do as far as turning it on. Otherwise, there's a button right here that we'd be able to normally just start it with. But we're going to give this a shot, see if it'll go. So I'm going to open this throttle wide open. So check that out, first pull. And I had it running earlier today, that was a couple hours ago. We'll get it idle down. The other thing that he's sending with me is a pin system. The pins go right in here, and that keeps it from dying out. I don't even know if you guys can hear me, this thing is pretty loud and clattery. So the shipping company broke that, so I gotta get that fixed. Just straight exhaust coming right out, right down to there. Almost like a snowmobile type clutch system, which is kind of neat. I mean, it's fully automatic. speedometer and everything seemed to work. The brakes were good. The back brakes were a little iffy. I'm going to adjust those, get a new spring for the back. It looks like it's missing. But he's got springs kind of crunched up in here, which weren't working too well. This is what he was utilizing as the back brake. So you can see it actually pulls and works, but it needs to be adjusted for sure. I can't give it too much throttle because the center stand doesn't pick the tire up off the ground. So without that pin in there, down where the little this deal is for the throttle, if you close the throttle completely, it'll just shut the bike off. So it cuts the fuel out. And that's pretty much it. I mean, there's nothing else to this. That's again, this is like the nuke-proof bug-out bike. It's pretty cool. I mean, there's no electronics involved in running that engine or getting you moving, which is pretty neat. It does have the battery and it does have electric start, but again, I don't have the key. The guy's shipping me the key. It should be here in a couple days. So then we had this bike, which was based on a 1968, I believe, Benelli, and he custom made his own fuel tank, and you can tell, I mean, there's a little, it was fiberglass, so there's some stuff here and there that we're going to get cleaned up on it. I don't know if we can clean this up, and it seems to be holding fuel just fine, which is kind of the main objective, but there's tanks just like this that you can get on eBay, Amazon, for relatively inexpensive. So we're going to get this one, again, kind of tidied up, going. He had the pull start and the recoil system for this one as well. He just thought it looked cooler like this, so that's why he pulled it off of there, because it does have the electric starter on it. And this is pretty much the same concept as the other bike. But we're definitely going to be doing some ride videos on these things. Like this, this blew my mind. I mean, I've always wanted to do a diesel motorcycle, and I've never really come across the opportunity to find a frame that I felt like pulling the motor out of that was bad enough. Everything that I've picked up to this point so far has been in pretty good shape, so I didn't want to just start kind of cannibalizing bikes just to put a diesel in it. But this guy did a really nice job. I mean, you can tell, like, the frame stuff that he built out to house the motor. I mean, it looks really, really good. So I'm pretty darn impressed by it. I did ride it up and down the block early this morning, and it runs really, really smooth. Once you get going, the clutch system engages exactly like it should. Everything works like it should. So I'm going to get these bikes down to the shop. We're going to change the oil on them and probably run around a little bit more with them. But I had to show everybody. I thought this was just totally cool. I mean, really, really unique bike for sure. But we'll clean them up. We'll kind of tidy them up. We might change the color. He does have a front fender for it as well. That'll probably have to be modified a little bit, he said. But I'll get that put on. And who knows, maybe we'll do something with the exhaust. I'm not quite sure. It blows some black smoke, which is kind of neat. I mean, it's very indicative that it's a diesel machine. But I mean, I assume you pull up in the bar on this thing and people are going to be looking at you like, what in the hell's going on? It sounds like you got a pretty bad rod knock. But then you tell them it's a diesel, they're probably not going to believe you at first. But yeah, 406 cc, I believe. But there she is, everybody. If you guys like the videos, go ahead and like and subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, leave them in the comment section below. Ride safe.